you going? All right. We have one Angry Angron with pins in place, ready to be going on. And I've temporarily taken off Sanguinius. Hi, Dennis. Hi, Dust. Hi, Jay. How you guys going? Hi, Justin. So we're going to be putting Angron about here. So we just need to like tweak these a little bit. And I got the pin vise looking all fancy. So I figure what we're going to do is we're going to dip the tips of these into some paint. Karate Kid Legends. Honestly, that one looks like a vibe, not gonna lie. But we're going to dip the tips of these into some paint so we can like dot them in and then be like, aha, well, you know where we're sticking this, and be like, bam. And hopefully this should look good. Whoop. All right, we get a little bit of this, a little bit of this. Then we're gonna line this up. I figured we got there and there. Bam. So we got two bright yellow dots on where we're putting things. Thank you, Angron. You're much appreciated. Now, do some drilling. Let's start with this one. Yeah. Choosing. So, how's everyone's day going? Like, it is... Well, actually, funnily enough, the weather has been, like, totally and utterly crazy today. It's been wildly jumping from wet to sunny all over the place. Please stop moving around, drill bit. I know that this is an unfavorable place to be drilling, but still, you are supposed to be drilling in one particular spot. You know what? We'll take it. And, like, I'm really hoping by the end of the day I will have some sort of weather that agrees on itself. Stay in spot. This is drilling. This is not drilling. This is just sliding slowly down the edge. Oh my gosh. And I figured we're going to cover up any extra gaps with possibly some molding paste, and we'll just do some extra painting on it. Maybe we go like this. Ha! What? This? Nope. Okay. Still. But we did, in fact, get the drill bit sorted out last night. Hi, Cinema. How you going? We are making a mess of our thing. Okay, this looks like it is finally staying in place. Haha. Christi Himmelfass. Oh, heck yeah. I think the next one where we have no, like, a public holiday is going to be King's birthday. And that's where we have a Monday off. And with that, it becomes just a day where, yeah, you get to go around and have a chill day. What's the story behind? Yeah. So I paint my nails every week. So every week we get a new set of nails. And at the moment I have access to 2 different blues and a white. And any other types of combinations that gives us. Yeah. So it can lead to shenanigans. I'm doing good. We are almost finished Angron and Sanguinius. I'm super hyped about this. Like, we just have tiny little bits of details to do. I temporarily took off Angron Sanguinius. Oh, hello, Corn. How you going? And like, I really enjoy doing it because, one, like, it's one thing I noticed was like when I was watching people doing model building, it looked easier to tell what was going on when the nails were painted. So that's my main reason for doing it for stream. Come on. All right. And 2, like, it's pretty colors. Who doesn't like pretty colors? That one goes there. And then we're about to see the fruits of our labor. 1, 2. Come on. 1, 2. Would you look at that? He's on the base. Come on, day. Oh, you're making a day game. Welcome in, Scarf Hero. Okay, so I figure what we're gonna do. We will just slide the Angron off temporarily. We're gonna get ourselves some glue. And, well, I think this is probably going to be our easiest way to do this. Alright. Line this up again. Not gonna be much glue, but hey! Some glue. Yeah. Wait, how did we get this in the holes in the first place? Where are the holes? We have lost the hole. We've lost the control of the whole situation. 1 hole. 2 holes? Come on, I know it's there. There it is. Hi, hole. Ha ha! There we go. Bam. Awesome. No, this is 40k Angron. Or at least his model is. However, this is, so this is brought off of the high seas. Oh gosh, we're bumping everything. So, technically, there we go. The base is custom. So we made the base. There's like a huge hunk of, polystyrene in there. There is part of his original base there that I kept because I thought it looked cool. And then I decided he wasn't going to have his chest plate or a whole bunch of his other armor because I was like, no, we don't need that. It's fine. All right, and then we're getting Sanguinius, who I temporarily removed. And he goes. Doo-doo-doo. Can we get him on? I swear. I only took you off temporarily. Come on. Please? Please, please, pretty please. If I have to re-drill you, I'm going to be very disappointed. Please fit. Oh no. This is what I get for removing things. Oh no. I could cave in someone's head. Like, this is so huge. Yeah. Oh dear. I've done something here, guys. Oh gosh. What have I done? Is there stuff in there? I might have done an oops. Well, the thing is, Sanguinius is supposed to fit easily on Angron's hand. We had him sitting easily on Angron's hand. Unfortunately, now Sanguinius is not sitting easily on Angron's head. This is a slight issue. Okay, now we got him sitting easily on Angron's hand. The only thing is, I kind of drilled him out a little bit too much. So, now we have Angron and Sanguinius. But now we need to glue him. So, that's next step. Wait, I think we're going to... yeah, that's why I am using PVA glue. Wait, where is it? Excuse me, Angron. PVA glue to make sure for the attachment. And the spikes that went in are super huge. And I'm going to get the super glue. We're only going to use a little bit because otherwise that's going to be not so great. Oh. Super glue. I know I have you. Ah. Bam. Now I know I'm not supposed to be using this, but hey, that's okay. And I don't think we need this anymore because it has finally warmed up a bit. Oop. All right. Hi, Rio. How you going? All right, Angron. Give a little bit of a drip here. That was way too much of a drip. There we go. We have the Angron. We have the Sanguinius. We have the please actually seal shut. Wait, this was the wrong bit to glue. That's why I'm not usually the one in charge of the super glue in this place. Boom. Okay. Let's try this one more time. There we go. Yeah, like... when I got Angron, I was like, oh my gosh, we have to do this. Like, this is crazy. Because, like, when measuring things out, a Space Marine comes up to Sanguinius's thigh, and then he is... Oh gosh. I think I've mucked up. And then he is... Oh no. And then Sanguinius is sort of the height of Angron's leg. And so it's just like, oh my word. Like, it's really crazy. So you end up like with such an insane scaling. Yeah. It's just like, what? Welcome in, Shade. So the only thing I think we need to do now is to get the lighting on Angron from the lights at the bottom. As soon as the super glue actually activates. I think I might have mapped up a little bit with the hole. That, and I'm using actual super glue, which is inadvisable for me, but hey, let's roll. So yeah, I think this is gonna vibe as soon as this glues. But I'm really hyped to see this. Like, oh, nope. Hey, guys, how you going? What you up to? Oh, fair enough. Oh, I think it might be attached. Yes! Going somewhere? Fair enough. All right, there we go. Okay, I'm going to take a picture of this so that I can post, get you guys an image of it in its full amazingness. Bam. All right, let's get this to you guys. One to the Discord and one over onto OBS. So therefore, you guys can see what's going on. I'll put it into stream chatting. Bam. Where be Discord? There we go. And then that means that we now have this. Ta-da! Next time we do a model this big, we are absolutely like getting a what is it? A gimbal? Something that we can zoom in and out on. Therefore, I think that'll make our lives so much easier. So now, I figure we absolutely, if we zoom this in. Yeah! Angron! Thank you. It's taken a few months' work, and I am so hyped to see it done. Well, almost done. What we need to do now is we've got these little red lights. One made for teaching. Yeah, I think that would be quite the vibe to do. So we can be like, we zoom in we zoom out, we zoom in. Like, I think that would be a vibe. But we've got goodbye picture. There we go. So we've got red lights that are tucked in here that are shining up. We've got one there and one there. We need to adopt them and give them some lovely red shine going up on Angron's toes. And then I think we're rolling. So first step. Oh my gosh, I haven't gotten out my water. Obviously, first step is actually getting out water. Apparently, we don't have any of that. Strawberries with bananas? It depends. Are we having a banana or a fruit? I mean, a berry or a fruit? It's one of these things which ain't like the other. But generally speaking, if it's store brought, then a banana. If it's like homegrown, then a strawberry. Hey girl. I would say I like Angron the character less than I like Sanguinius the character, to be perfectly fair. Like, that being said, that's probably because I haven't heard as much about Angron yet. Like, I think the one bit I have heard is from where, well, the thing is, like, so I've only really been looking into the lore of 40k since November. Well, actually, it's more like I've been willingly interacting with 40k since November. I'll have to put that in here. So, oh gosh. Now we have the thing of we have to balance everything in the hands now. So, I don't actually, like, there's stuff I know about. And then I'm very, very aware that I know very little about a lot of other things. So the more I learn about it, the more I'm like, ah, right, we know about this. And then we know about so many other things. And then this is turning into something really cool. And we need to light up down here as well. And then the World Eater symbol. And so, like, it's not so much that I like these characters more or less. It's more like I just know Angron less. Like, personally speaking, I know he's some sort of tragic character. He got the nails stuck in his head that make him angry all the time. I mean, I exist on the internet. He's called Angry Rod. You guys would be calling him that to my face. I would have to be pretty oblivious. Oh, well, I am pretty oblivious, but not that oblivious. So, like, there's obviously a story there. Fair. What are we getting over here? We are getting... Oh my gosh. I have underestimated the size of this task. And so, like, the more stories I read about and stuff, the more wholly I understand the characters, and the more fleshed out they become. And that's really cool to me. There we go. And especially because from what I understand, like, he was a nice dude before the nails went in or something like that. The audiobooks are fantastic. Oh, nice. Like, at the local game store, I actually have someone who's like, Speeling, hey, you want to borrow an audiobook? Not an audiobook. Want to borrow a book? And like, I have been reading a book a week since like the beginning of the year. I've gone through like, I've read like a good chunk of the Gaunt's Ghosts. I've read the Eisenhorn trilogy. I've read Dante, Devastation of Baal. I've read Mephiston, City of... No, it wasn't City of Light. Mephiston something or other. I've read... I am on track for reading goals. Like, I can honestly say I have not read this many physical books in so long. Like, Warhammer does one thing right, and that is getting me to read physical books again. Yeah, that's fair. Like, not being a reader is totally okay. And like, I think that's where what are they called? Audiobooks, audio dramas are really cool. Like, personally speaking, I can't focus on audiobooks and audio dramas unless they're played at like 4 times speed. Well, the thing is, like, when it comes to books and reading, I'll sit down and if I like the book, I'll read it so fast. And I'll just be like, aha! The book! It's gone. I have no idea where it went, but I read it. And if anyone sees the number of the truck that the book ran away on, I would like it because I need to return that book to the library. And I will also wonder where the hour it took to read the book went. Because the Speeling would have just gone ahead and read many, many pages. And I'll be like, I thought someone said that this was a 26-hour read. Why did it only take me 4? I am so disappointed. No one ever makes these these expectations accurate. Like, it's so disappointing. There we go. Get your read up. All right. So I don't really want to brighten up the base too much because, like, I want the detail to be on Sanguinius and Angron. That being said, I would like to bring in a little bit more red on this side and a little bit of yellow on this side, just so that, you know, that way they can just be more what's the word, they combine and not be too contrasty. Yeah. Okay. So, I figured the main thing then, what we'll need... This probably would have been easier if I had not put Angron and Sanguinius on beforehand. Okay. Here we go. Alright, so we pick out details. We hope for the best. Just like the tips of bolters and things like that. We give them edges. We give them hope for the future. What compelled me towards the 12th? I thought the 12th was missing. Hello, Rifty. So... I chose these two. Oh, no, wait. The 11th is the disappeared one. So I chose these two because of seeing an animatic on YouTube where Angron and Sanguinius fought. And at the time, I knew nothing of what was going on. I was just like, ah, wow, this is fantastic. Yeah. The one where Angron and Sanguinius are just having the most epic duel and it comes in 3 parts and I'm just like, oh, this is fantastic. I know nothing of this. Oh my gosh, there's an AMV of it? Wow. And like, personally speaking, I think that it really just full on epitomizes epic fight scene. Yeah, like, Angron had it down. He was full on just mulching everything. And like, at the time of first seeing it, I did not know what was going on. I did not know anything. An AMV, animated music video. So what happens is, usually from what I've seen previously, it's when people take clips from movies, series, things like that, and they put them together and they make really cool scenes and series, and they make music videos from them. Very unusually, they make them with animatics and things like that, which is where Sadist makes really good AMVs. For those of you that don't know, Sadist is a AMV, an animator in the Minecraft community who does some really good animatics, and has since moved on to making some non-Minecraft based stuff and is really good at it. Like, damn. And has really got the storytelling part down. There we go. More modded. Nice. Yeah, at the moment we're busy playing hardcore Minecraft. And we're on about 300 days, I think was my last check. Now with this, I'm thinking that we'll just put a little touch of red in some of these skulls. Bring the red over this way. You're currently planning some fusiliers. I don't know what fusiliers are. What are they? Like, I rather like a lot of the Age of Sigmar models. Like, I have the play course, I think it is. I'm busy sitting and waiting to be put together. Because I saw someone's paint job of it and I was like, oh, that is fantastic. At some point we must do this. But, oh, shooty humans with big shields. Ooh, neat. And, like, I was looking at them and I was like, ah, you can do shenanigans with this horse. But I honestly don't know much about Age of Sigmar. Like, the way I've seen it so far, it's been like, okay, we're gonna get a handle on what on earth is happening with Warhammer, but the more I get into Warhammer, the more I'm like, I'm never going to get a handle on what's happening in Warhammer. This is this is a whole nother level. So it's just like, oh well. We'll eventually get to fantasy. We'll eventually have a vague understanding of what's going on there. There we go. I'm like, a big fiery griffin? Ooh. Of old world fantasy. Wait, what's old world? Okay, we might have to go down the rabbit hole of what is old world? I have not heard of this so far. What must we learn about this? Teach me your ways! Warhammer the Old World. Okay. Is this like... Oh, wait. Isn't Gotrick and Felix like... Isn't one of them a dwarf? It was cancelled in 2015. Okay. Okay. It's like old school Warhammer fantasy. Oh, all right. All right. Okay, we're here for this. Got replaced by Age of Sigmar. Ah, okay. Since like the 80s. Ah, okay. Warhammer started with Warhammer in 1976. That was the world up until 8th edition. Then it got cancelled. Oh, okay. Predates 40k. Holy moly. Now, I figure what we'll do is we're going to give this sort of a brushed on base so we can really make it all haggity. That is nuts. Okay. Actually, we have some sterling mud that we can slap on, and I think that would really just be the final nail of really cool texture. Okay. So we have really nuts world building that's been built onto for years. And then, what? Did they end the world or something? Like, did they have a apocalypse? started doing fantasy after moving on from making D&D modules. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that there's anything wrong with making D&D modules. That being said, I have my own gripes with Dungeons and Dragons at the moment. Like, holy crap. Holy moly. Like, the level of... Well, the thing is... Well, yes, at the moment... Well, it's turning into a long-term thing. Well, it's gripes, but I like the game. Because basically, I no longer... I'm of the opinion that if I want to play any, Oh no, do not disturb Dungeons and Dragons. Same acronym. Wrong thing. I know I exist as do not disturb. Like, I know I'm pretty antisocial in reality. Yeah, I have been in it forever, but like, also, the peeps that went ahead and took over Dungeons and Dragons, I disagree. Well, not took over, that's the wrong one. Like, they've made questionable business decisions that I do not agree with, so therefore I'm just like, you know what? Sailing the high seas is a viable option. It's also cheaper. And, you know what? They don't get my money. I still get my game. This is a fair balance. And this is why I like chaos models. Yeah. One D&D I do not like. Like, if I, like, at some point, I'm probably going to try and convince my group to go and play Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Like, one of my groups, I'll probably be able to get away with it. The other one, probably not. Because, like, one group is we're in it. We're in it to find out the mystery that's been going on for like 4 years now. And me, the DM, have misplaced the notes. So therefore the mystery has changed like 3 times. Shh, don't tell my players. Players, if you're in here, don't tell each other. And it's also the fact that, like, what else are we doing on this? It's also the fact that, like, my other group, we're a beer and chips group. We just sit back, we're like, yes, what are we doing this week? You know what? We're going to go see the happy dragon that lives around the corner. This'll be fun. I don't know any adventures that's going on. Because, you know, it's not slapping us in the face. Like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if some of my players went ahead and tuned into a stream or two while they're doing stuff. It seems like it would be in their nature. Actually, I do know at least one of my players listens to these. On occasion. The beacons of Gondor are lit! Are we just doing a couple of patch jobs? because of multiple sessions of handling Angron's wings. It is not you, or is it? Fair, fair. Now, I won't out them if they are here. Like, there are several points on Angron that are just like, ah, yes, the paint is rubbed off due to multiple handling attempts that have been made throughout the months. Do I edge highlight? I do edge highlight on occasion. However, with Angron, we've kind of ignored it because of the sheer amount of paint that's happened. However, I'm kind of looking at these veins that are all through Angron's wings, and I'm like, we could totally go ahead. Oh no, I've been found out. Not Rick is actually a figment of my own imagination, and I've been caught. And we could totally, like, make those veins pop. I think that would be a vibe. Alright, if we mix some of the red and some of the pink. Oh, Griffy! Did you put it in stream chatting? Oh my gosh, that is fantastic! That shading is magnificent! Oh gosh, if we have a not real in stream chat, I would be both amazed and horrified. There we go. Just get these veins just popping out. Like, do I do edge highlighting? I gotta check my miniatures to make sure if I do edge highlighting or not. Like, this guy doesn't count. He got splattered with some corn red. I think my answer is probably no. Because I just mainly play around with light. But then again, I probably do, and then I don't notice that yeah, I do! I do play around! Like, we got some edge highlighting there. Corn red. Like, it's the... No, wrong one. He got like a big red splat just in there. And he totally got ignored, and now there's just like a red. So I'm thinking I'll just like make that feel like it got shot. And there is splatter. And that should be fine, right? Or it's someone else's splatter. And he's busy going, There we go. Also, like, it's really cool the amount of stuff that I feel like I've learned doing this. Because, like, we started painting on the wings. And then we ended with doing armor and stuff. And I can honestly say that the difference in painting skill is so different. It's just like, yeah! Congratulations! We have been painting this for 2 months. Of course there's going to be difference in skill. Yeah, we can totally do these. If I hold my hand at a more sustainable angle. Like that. And I'm not sure if that's actually coming through. There we go. Ah! Enjoy giant veins in the wings. Like, I think if I saw either of these two combatants, I'd just be like, well, I guess my life insurance is up. Like, forget anything else. You're doomed. Like, these veins are just everywhere. Oh, wait to stop, wait to stop, wait to stop. There we go. It's also really neat seeing like the layers of where learning has progressed and being like, ah, I remember when we learned to do this. This is cool. And like, I think we'll be able to do this lining at a later date on other models too. Actually, I have an idea. Let's take this color and just flick it up the edges of the wing. Because we're smart Alex who think that everything's going to be a great idea. And of course it's going to be a great idea. We're doing it. Today is a great day. How's life going, rat? There we go. Just adding some extra shadowing. Yes! We live... How much do I play? I have not actually played at all. I have two Tyrannid halves of the Ultimate Starter Pack. And then I have a Tyrannid Hive Lord. And then I have some Venom Throats, which are not put together yet. So, like, one day we might. True Warhammer. Yeah, like, one day I might get to the tabletop and, like, I know where they play. But, like... I can honestly say I did not get into this for the painting. I did not actually start painting for the Warhammer either. Like, I got into the painting because I was like, you know what? I really want to paint. But I don't have room for canvases or anything like that. I know. Miniatures. And then I was like, wait, I can paint D&D miniatures. Bam. And then, like, I was painting these guys and I was like, getting into all these cracks and crevices is terrible. I hate this. This is awful. And then I was like, wait. I've got to go against my ultimate decisions here. I've got to stop trying to break, like, go against the flow of my own training, and I'm gonna go against the final frontier of nerddom. Hi, Warhammer. How you been? I've known about you since, like, 2015, 2014, I think, even. I give in. And so... it was at that point that the Speeling was like, yes. Corrupt my wallet. Oh my gosh. Corners is turned up. I'm not sure I'd want to go with Corn, to be perfectly honest. I think if I was choosing someone, it would be Zinch. Like, give me madness so I don't know it's strange. Give me wild mutations. Give me ultimate knowledge and the insanity that comes with it. Thank you, and please. Red, though. Wait, oh, yeah! I totally forgot about that shade. Oh my gosh. That was the little night goblins, wasn't it? Oh my word. Yeah. So, I had totally forgotten about it until Shade reminded me. So, a long time ago, a Speeling walked into a store up in, like... it was one of the city capitals. It was probably Auckland. I visited Auckland a lot. And... I spent, like, all of my birthday money on getting myself a starter set of night goblins. And I was like, Mumbling, I wish to go ahead and get more of these toys. I get to paint them. I get to do all of these things. And Mumbling was like, looking at the price, looking at me, looking at... Yeah, it was Age of Sigmar. Actually, I think probably back then it would have been Warhammer Fantasy. If what you guys have said about timelines. And Mumbling was like, Speeling, I love you. You are not getting more of these. And I was just like, but I love them and care for them and give them names. This one's going to be Fred and Jesse and Bob. Yeah. Like, that was basically a year's worth of pocket money for me. plus my birthday money. Well, that's the thing. I am, unless it's for a specific project, I'm not buying more minis until I have painted the minis I have. So, yeah, like, I forgot about the fact that we had undried stuff on the base. We are going to put Sanguinius and Horus to one side for a bit and let his base dry with all the mud and the other glues that are in place. Because, oh geez. And hopefully he will dry out very nicely. And while he's drying, we will just boop, 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 boop. And we will work on this guy. Black Rage is contagious. Oh, like honestly, I'm pretty sure if Mumbling, like, so you guys you guys pay for like half of the stuff that comes through, which is I don't think I could do this otherwise. I just called it. The Black Rage is contagious, apparently. Happy birthday to your mum, not Rick. So, we will work on this guy. We will get some fleshiness. And that should be good. Well, I mean, it is an epic fight going on between Angron and Sanguinius. But yet... yeah, we will work on Friend! And then we will bring back Horus and Sanguinius. We might need to change the name of things. To be like, yeah, we're doing painting of many things today. And then hopefully... it should be good. Basically, we want fleshy colors. Fleshy colors are friends. I did it again. Damn it. I mean, I don't need a chaplain. I don't. Happy birthday to the mother. Happy birthday, not Rick's mother. May you have a brilliant day. And may there be no stress. Because that is also very important for a birthday. A stress-free experience. Where there is just chill. Whoop. I mean, we do not need a chaplain to tell us the difference between Horus and Angron. They're both big, they're both red, they're both bald. We might need a difference. And also, I think we might need to also mention the fact that we are painting a hive tyrant. We're doing painting. We're doing multiple. Oh gosh, we're getting all sorts of things mixed up. And doing Warhammer mini painting of many things. Oh. There we go. Yeah, the Hive Tyrant isn't Horus. I think everything today is Horus. You know what? Yeah, I hereby dub I hereby give this guy a special name. His name is Horus. You know what? We gotta solve this problem. I know how we gotta solve this problem. With paint markers. Where are they? Bam. He tore his nails out? What? So, this is a paint marker. Say hi. We've got to make sure this is actually shaken up rather well, because otherwise we're going to have so many problems. I have also had this for many years. I'm not sure if it still works. So much lacking. Okay. 1. This is silver. Gotta make sure the paint is actually there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give us paint. Oh gosh, I think it's dead. It's dead, Jim. The real Horus was the heresy we commit. Yes! Oh gosh, this stinks. Do I need to break out the new marker? Come on, I've had you for years. Cannot do this to me. Wait, what are the instructions? Shake the barrel to remix the paint after it settles. Check. Press down on the tip to initiate the flow of paint. Replace cap tightly after use. Ventilate when using. Well, that is not happening today. It is way too cold. Keep out of reach of children. Well, do not store near heat or flame. We're naming this guy. This guy is Horus. The only thing is, the marker no go. Oh. Let's do it this way. Now nobody can say that this is not Horus. So, yeah, we're working on Horus today. Meet Horus. The marker smells so bad. I hereby dub thee Horus. Therefore, we can work on Horus. We're working on Angron, Sanguinius, and Horus. It's obviously no. We need to get an Alfarius. Yeah, but it's a named character now, so therefore it's going to survive. It's gonna be perfect. This is what everyone needs in their life. They're all glorious. I mean, if we give them all... Oh gosh, this marker stinks. Actually, we are opening a window. One moment. It's gonna be worth the cold. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, cool. What's the minigame about? What do you do with it? What kind of shenanigans? I'm very curious. Okay, we have learned 2 things. Well, we have basically finished this. 5-second. Oh, cool. We've basically finished Angron. We will do this. Bam. It looks very fancy. And now we're working on Horus. This is Horus. Horus says hi. This is how we know it's Horus. And we've learned one thing. This marker, I'm throwing it out. This stinks. This stinks so bad. I'm gonna find different paint markers, I think. I don't know where I'm gonna find them, but oh my gosh, we're not using these. It's probably because like these ones are oil based. You had a tape that stunk so bad it made your head hurt? Like, I brought those oil markers like years ago from a dollar store. And I think if I remember correctly, the gold was really nice. I'm kind of scared to try it right now though. You know what? The room stinks anyway. We're going to find out. Gold, show thyself. Yeah. Because we have a gold. Yeah, gold. I mean, look at that. You could get so many custodians. Oh, I have 2 golds. Look at that. They're so shiny. What is it? Posca paints. Posca paints are really good. I think this is broken. They're an acrylic marker. Good night, not Rick. I think this one's also broken. There's no... The ball bearing isn't shaking. So I think these are just going out. That's kind of a disappointment, but that's okay. But that's alright, because the other thing that is in this box is ink. And I figure using those is probably going to be a good idea on the wings. Because we could have like really bright colored wings and that would be a vibe. Fair enough. Good night. And we could get into a lot of shenanigans with that. Ba-ba-ba. But yeah, Posca paint markers, you can get them in all sorts of types. I don't know if they'll be good for model making, but they're artist grade markers that you can use on all sorts of surfaces. I've seen them used on walls, on cars, on canvases. And they go ahead. They have a really good flow of ink. You can get them in all sorts of sizes. So this particular ink is really super concentrated. I just remembered I have a gold. We can have gold wings. Okay, we're going to experiment. Let's just put this guy to one side for a hot second. And we're going to use our test term. Wait, where's our... Do we have a testing buddy? We have a testing buddy. So congratulations. This guy is going to go black. And then we're going to paint... Wait, I think I've got someone already primed in black. One moment. Oh, this green is dark enough for what we want, at least on the back. So, basically, ink is like super concentrated paint, but it acts more like contrast. So, what we need is for me to figure out where I put, aha, there it is. I knew I found it after stream yesterday. So you need a dish or a palette that is designed to hold liquid paint rather than a wet palette. So it needs dishes like this. Wait, where is it? So dishes like this to hold your paints. And acrylic inks are good, not pen inks. And so in this case, we have a little dropper, and you need to give your paint, your inks, a good shake beforehand, because otherwise you'll end up with sediment on the bottom. So we're just gonna grab a little drop of ink, squeeze that in, and we're about to make this guy a custodian. He's gonna be all shiny. Because basically, like this should give a really nice deposit of shine and get all into the cracks and show us what we're working with. So this is over the green, and there is some light dark shading on this. Like, look at that! Yeah, this is ink. So this is an acrylic ink. And then if we put it on the gun, like, I've had this ink for a very long time. When I brought it, it was like $10 a bottle, but you only use a tiny amount. Like, okay, so this is one brush load that's been wiped off, right? So if we go to the back, let's see how much it goes. And this is going on black. So we did a thin coat over 2 bottom legs. And you get such a shine. Like, this is so shiny with this one, because this has got metallic particles in it. But if I grab, what other inks do I have in here? Red, purple, blue. If I grab the blue, that let's not do that. Is that a quick shake? So you can see the intense pigment. Go down like a liquid, and you can do that with ink. Like, it works really well if you want to do that. By soaking it up once it's stained. So if we grab a bit of the blue, so you can see how that goes down. And again, you don't need much on the brush to go literally everywhere. This stuff goes for miles. And you can also use it to change like the color of your paints, because this is really super highly pigmented. You don't need much. Like, I can take what's on this brush right now and change the color of my red to a purple. So wash your brush really, really thoroughly afterwards. Otherwise, your brushes will be going ahead and staining everything. But what I'm figuring is we can do a thick coat of the gold and have some really epic wings. Like, I am feeling the vibe of this, and I think it's going to be really cool. Oh. Like, there is a lot of versatility in ink. It tends to go towards settling and not keeping a lot of texture. And it's a lot of fun to mess with. That being said, if your base coat isn't, what do you call it? Tidy, like the one underneath, then it'll pick up whatever, whatever goes on underneath. This, like, I found these at, my local, like, trading store? Hobby store, whatever you call it. Not hobby store, like just general arts and crafts store. And like, what is this? I have not seen this brand in a very long time. So if you find it, you find it. But it vibes. There we go, we get the shines. This is not what I was expecting for this guy, but it looks cool. And we'll also be able to like go ahead and paint over this as well. And if we do glazes, it should bring the shine still through. Oh, AK inks, neat. You'll also be able to find inks in your art stores. And like Winsor Newton inks should be able to do this sort of thing. Although Winsor Newton inks are even more concentrated than this. So depending on the brand of ink, very much depends on the concentration of what's in there. Like this is a low quality ink, generally speaking. Huh? Why is pie no work? Oh, there we go, pie! Hi Chaplin, how you going? We're waiting for Angron's base to dry. And then we will be back at work on him for the final little touches. Oh, it's okay. I mean, we're busy painting Horus's wings right now, so... It fits. Actually, now that that awful marker smell is gone, I'm closing the window because it is so cold in here now. Not yay cold. The Speeling will freeze. There will be a frozenling. We will have Speelsicles. We can't have Speelsicles. We won't be able to see what we're painting. There we go. Yeah. There'll just be like a Speeling sitting in the corner being like, we used to know what warmth felt like. And then the long winter came. And now there is nothing. Just cold. Eternal cold. And that is it. There we go. Just shine. Wait, is that coming? Yeah, exactly. There's just no Speeling left. Just frost. There we go. We have... And this is directly on black, too. So, we are just getting pure shine. Yes! If we ever get around to doing Custodes, this is what we're doing. We are just painting them white and then hitting them. We could probably just dunk them. It would be glorious. Yeah, ink is such a vibe. Yeah. I have nothing more to say on that topic. Actually, I have many things to say on that topic. Because we can also... Because it's even better to do the other way of... Let's grab... Where is my silver? Give this a quick shake. Because we have a silver ink. And this is where things get real fun. So we can take... Obviously, there was a lump in there. We can take a little bit of this. We can add a lot of the water. We can add a tiny bit of silver to here. And then just add a full-blown metallic shine to the carapace without changing anything. We can go full metallics on this without disturbing the paint underneath. Yeah, so like I think a good spot is just over here. Like this is showing the directions of the paint. Oh gosh. It'll also show up any thumbprints that I go ahead and put in it. So over here, you can see where the paintbrushes went the wrong way. I could probably fix that with some time and effort, but I do not feel like doing that today. But like, if you're like heavy-handed with paint or anything, you know what? This guy, I think an easy way to look at it is like treating it like contrast paint. So if we slap this on, you can see how it runs into the cracks. And you can see how it's darker in the cracks. Like, and then you can have the option of like wiping it off and then getting a lighter thing. Actually, and like that's how it'll go. Because like, yeah, and you can add to areas. Like, inks are fun like this. Like, you get a lot of color very quickly. Thumbprints. I mean, honestly, with Tyranids, absolutely. That is so shiny. I'm just staring at it. I am absolutely in awe of the shine. We need more shine. We live for the shine. And you can also build it up. Okay, we also need to get some more water because that water now has too much ink in it. Let's just move this to one side and get an extra bottle. Skabam. Because, like, that's one thing. Because the ink is so saturated. My vape. I know I'll be found out. Next thing, everyone will be looking at my entire hordes of chests in Skyrim and being like, ah, yes, I see what's happening here. But, like, honestly, just no major issue. If there's like grain or whatever on a thing, like in this case, there being the skin flaps, following them is probably your best choice. I'm not sure how you go about with what do you call them? Machine panels? I haven't tried painting machine panels yet. I will admit I have actually actively avoided machine panels. So there's probably other techniques out there for them. Gosh. Like, normally I'm absolutely 100% there for non-metallic metal, but I'm kind of feeling like having just a whole pack of shiny Tyranids. Just having like, boom, congratulations, they're all shiny. Like, maybe we'll leave the flesh non-shiny, but like, everything is shiny. Oh my gosh. Like, originally I was only intending for the carapace to be shiny, but then again, it's only going to be the wings that are going to be shiny. This is fine. I am here for this. This is great. Horus, you are now my favorite Tyranid, just so you know. I hope you win many, many times over. There we go. It's also one other thing I've noticed with the ink is like it doesn't actually dry for a while. So that may be a vibe that you may have issue with, and it may just be a brand one. I'm also curious about whether it works with mediums. So we might have to experiment. Do-do-do. Because we could get into a lot of shenanigans with that. I swear. It just keeps getting darker and darker. Like at the beginning of the day, it was like, oh yeah, I can see everything. And now it's just like, congratulations. I can barely see anything outside the light of my ring light. What is going on here? These are shenanigans I did not sign up for. There we go. Ha! Glorious day. I hereby dub thee the shiniest of shiniest. This is my puppet. My puppet works when I have my head down like this. And we are busy playing around with inks. It looks very shiny. I'm very happy with it. And if we put it to one side, we have Angron and Sanguinius, who are busy on the base, looking fancy, and I think they're 90% dry now. And it doesn't all fit in one thing, so we have a picture. Ta-da! Looking fantastic! And basically, everything is mostly dry. I think I might drop some super glue underneath Angron's hooves after stream. I'm busy looking at this, and I don't think... Like, I'm looking at it. I'm trying to see things that... I know, when you're an adult, there are so many more responsibilities you have to do. I'm just like, ha! Like, coming into the adult world is just like, congratulations. Now you have to do things. You have responsibilities. It's hard. It sucks. Oh, but we have, like, I think we're done. I think we're done with Angron. Like, everything is attached. I'm probably going to drop a couple of super glue drops between his feet so that everything is stuck properly. But yeah, I am so hyped. It is that question of balancing responsibility versus, like, what other things? What game is it from? Angron and Sanguinius? Angron and Sanguinius are from Warhammer 40k. They are creatures called Primarchs. They are genetically modified superhumans who were designed by the Emperor of Mankind as generals of the creatures called Space Marines. True that. Sanguinius kind of got murked in 30k. I need to turn on the light. Everything keeps getting darker. Let me see. A little bit. Feels bad, man. I know. I mean, that's the thing. They needed things to be terrible all the time, so they killed Sanguinius. And so, basically, you end up with that. And this is a Tyranid. I named it Horus. Wait. I named it Horus. Wait, where is it? Horus. Welcome in, it's Nova. Enjoy the lurk. Because since we're working on Angron and Sanguinius, we really do need a Horus. That, and I kept getting someone mixed up with Horus. So, therefore this guy gets to be Horus. Therefore, we have someone to point at. And I might get accused of being a blood angel. But I suppose if I do, at least I'll know where the Pantene Pro V is. And I will have the fabulous hair. There we go. Space Marines, yeah, Space Marines are basically Doomguy. Yeah, like, I find that actually getting to other people's streams is really, really hard. Like, having the time to sit down and actively be in someone's streams is rather difficult. Because, like, the only time I have that time is right after streaming. And when I'm there, I'm tired from streaming, so I'm like, right, yes. I want to talk. However, I've run out of all the words to talk with. So it's like, oh, this does not work. Which is kind of disappointing. There we go. Who's my favorite streamer? Wait, which wing are we working on? This one. I think that's a hard decision. Because it definitely depends on the day. I think the one streamer that I have consistently tried to make an effort to get to their streams for is an Australian hardcore YouTuber called Carl Crafts, and the other one would be a streamer that I used to be able to get to, but then he changed his stream times to be like in the middle of the night for me, called Looney over on YouTube. And he's also a hardcore YouTuber. And I also find that I also find that I don't mind like Giga's streams. They're pretty chill. But I also like just jumping into like random people's streams a lot of the time and just chilling, because for me, I like the chatting experience. I like being able to hear people being like, yeah, we talk, we like it, I like the positive upbeat experience. And like being able to find that is something I like to look for. Painting these small curves, this is difficult. Nyeh. Let me have this. Thank you. There we go. Shut. Gosh, who else am I following? I'm trying very hard to think about it. And I'm like, the Speeling does not remember names very well. I'm following... Because like, I have this terrible habit of like not remembering who a person is after I've clicked off their stream, and then I'm like, oh, bother, I really wanted to know who that was. And by the time I've realized I did that, I'm like several pages away, and then I'm like, oh, I'll find them again. Like, I think the most impressive attempt of me doing that sort of thing has to be like when I found out who Technoblade was, because when I started watching Technoblade was doing his daily uploads of Bed Wars, and I'd log on to the computer every day and I would watch that pig streamer. Oh, not streamer. He wasn't a streamer back then. But either way, I'd watch him. I'd watch his video, even though I wasn't actually allowed to watch his... I wasn't allowed to be on YouTube at the time. And, I would get into so much trouble. Well, I actually blamed it on Sibling. And when Sibling found out about this, I got in trouble with him. But hey, that was years down the track. Well, we weren't allowed on YouTube at the time because... Oh, nice! William and Friedwolf. Neat. I haven't heard of them. But Sass is pretty chill. I will admit, the times that I've popped into your streams, they've been pretty chill. Like, I am a lurker at heart. So 90% of the time I'm in someone's stream, I'm like, yeah, we just chill, we just exist here. But like, watching Technoblade's videos, at the time, I didn't have a Google account or anything like that. I'd just like log onto the computer and then be like, ah, right, I searched this guy up. And then one day I forgot what Technoblade's name was because I had it all written down on paper, all the YouTubers I'd search, and I'd lost the piece of paper. And it took me like years, actual years, to find Technoblade again. It took till like well after the Great Potato War to find Technoblade and his content again. And I was like, oh, it's that guy! It's Mr. Pigman! I'm so happy to see him still doing his thing! I was legitimately so happy when I saw that. It's like, so many YouTubers from that era just downright disappeared and stuff. Oh yeah, like seeing that made me so happy. Look at this sparkle. That looks like some potions. Double, double, toil and trouble, cauldron burning. Yeah. Like, I'm really glad, and I'm glad that it's still in the same spirit too. Yes, yes, drink forbidden soup. Soup, yes, yes. Soup is good for drinking. Yes, yes. Drink soup, good soup. Now, I'm thinking what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and put a glaze of yellow over this just to bring it down to a vague shimmer. Like, these wings are something else, but I think we could bring them up to something really, really epic. So, if we... Yellow. And then... Right, yellow. Yeah! I saw that! I was like, oh, this is so hype. Ah. There we go. Now we need a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Mix them together. Should be right. This should work. Now this should even out. I'm really hoping this evens out, because otherwise we put a really garish yellow right on top of everything and I'm going to cry. Good question. Not Rick is in multiple streams. Like, I think Not Rick is the authority on streaming, honestly. Oh, this is bright. I think we chose the wrong color here, guys. We've chosen the wrong color. We're going to be sneaky about this. We're doing a cheeky. Hopefully we can wipe some of this off. Actually... Okay. Not what we were intending to do, but I'm kind of there for this. Like, it has the shimmer, it has the yellow. Yeah! Okay, okay, okay. We have a plan. We need to slap the yellow on. You need to do this quickly too. This is cruel and unusual. On so many levels. Like, it keeps the shimmer. I love this. So it's probably a joke from another stream. With not Rick. We're going to have to repaint some of the stuff. There we go. So, we're not worrying about... I think we just made homemade contrast paint. Not sure how I feel about that. Also, that was not the way I wanted to wipe that down. That was like that. There we go. Close enough. Nope. Got the what's happening. All right. Take two. Do. Do. I feel like this is model abuse. Like, we have this nicely painted shell. And then what the hell? We're just going ahead. We're just... Yeah. Oh gosh, it's trying. No. Oh, we bit off way more than I can chew. Come on. Come on. Please. I don't want it yellow. Please, 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 please. We flew too close to the sun. Okay. 1, my paint rag needs to go into the wash after this. 2, it looks fairly even. It is a shiny Pokemon looking. But oh my gosh. These wings are something else now. Alright. I think we have a direction. I think we've got a direction with these wings now. I figure we're going to put some brown into the crevices. Make these look like... The only thing is... Like, I'm gonna have to make things match this now. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to have to do this for like High Lords. I don't know how we're gonna pull this off. I'm gonna have to. Oh my gosh. Okay. Do I have a brush that's slightly bigger? Yes, I do. Great. Alright. Let's mix a little bit of yellow with some brown. Get something a little bit better. Okay. Now if we go ahead and we just smush this in. Dull down these edges. This should be fine. One, what have we learned? I don't own any null oil. Null oil is a figment of my imagination. Like, I don't even think I've ever seen any null oil. Like, I don't even know how null oil works. I know it's an option. Like, I know it's a thing. Like, it's gotta be a thing. It can't be that well spread around the internet for it not to be an actual object. But I've never seen it actually used. There we go! That looks like salvage. Wait. Aha! These are looking like wings now. James Work. Well, guess what? I'm pretty sure James Workshop is very disappointed in me already. Because guess what? These two are fake. So, I'm pretty sure that ship has well and truly sailed. Like, yeah, like a lot. Okay. Yeah, not like... Like... The one advantage of real Warhammer is the fact that I can use Tamiya glue. Versus, like... It took, 2 tubes of a super glue that wouldn't react to me on the other one. Like, if I use much more than a couple of drops of normal, just straight out of the thing. See you later, Sass! See you another time. I start getting reactions, so I have to be very careful. But for big ticket pieces, as it were, oh yes, I am absolutely sailing the high seas. Thank you very much. And like, I am absolutely fine with this. Cause like, me? That's what? $400 worth of plastic that Games Workshop would try and sell me there? No, thank you. Wait. Let me just double check the pricings on this. Warhammer Angron. Warhammer. Brush out of mouth. Angron. Because like the I found out that like the level of ridiculous. Yeah, so Angron in New Zealand is 300 and is this New Zealand dollars? I need to make sure this is New Zealand dollars. Yes. Okay. So Angron is... Oh dear, I've broken things. Angron Angron is 338 New Zealand dollars. I don't know what he is in any other place. Sanguinius. Wait. Did I spell Sanguinius right? S-A-N-G. Yo, I did spell Sanguinius right. Warhammer Sanguinius? Sanguinius. Yes, there we go. Okay, Sanguinius is $262. There is a little bit of a ridiculousness here. That is over... That's like $600. How about no? I doubt I'd be able to sell that for like $300. Let alone the fact that it'd be sitting pretty on my shelf and being like, yes, aren't we so nice? Like, that's the more likely outcome here. Like, I'd probably be looking at it and being like, yes, we've made this. It is happy. We appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. Like, the pricing is just... No. And, like... It's one of the reasons why I'm perfectly happy looking at alternate options for a lot of things that we do. That being said, I used $60 worth of glue to put them together. Which is like, okay. That is, a lot. But, like, it is what it is. It's better than going and having issues. But it's also why, like, we'll stop and we'll paint some Tyranids sometime, or, like, other things. Because while the glue is the better option, it's not a perfect option. And I'll try and get stuff from Archon Studios, who do some really cool stuff, and their stuff will be able to be glued with Tamiya glue. There we go. And it's always important, like, if you have reactions to stuff, to actually go ahead and see if you can find alternate options. Because listen to your body knows best. Unless your body says that it, like, it wants to stay home and play video games all day, because sometimes that is not best. Oh. I've just realized we might have to do the underside, like, where we might have some issues here. I'm not sure if the wiping is going to do what we need it to do. I'm not sure how this is going to roll. Like, we might go ahead and, like, spray some yellow onto it. I'm not sure. we're going to have to figure this one out as we go through it. That being said, like, it does make me wonder for, like, people who go ahead and exist without knowing how to do the whole pirating thing. Because, like, I don't know, when I was growing up, it was that thing of, you do not acknowledge pirating. Pirating is not something that exists. And, like, even now, I suppose, that's really the thing. Because, like, it's kind of, like, you definitely don't ever speak of where things are. Let the great mouse in the sky see where things are at. Kill teams and Necromunda boxes can also be quite affordable. Yeah, like... Shade showed me a video that basically broke down prices. And what is it? The markups for different countries. And New Zealand was like one of the highest, and I was like, of course, I just want a little bit of the plastic crack again. This is what you do. It's honestly ridiculous. It was like Australia, New Zealand, and a couple of other places were like the top highest. And I was like, of course. You get the ones that are just in the corner of the universe. Just sitting here being like, ah, yeah, don't mind me. We're existing. We're fine. Don't mind us. I've heard good things about Kill Team. I think after we finish our Hive Tyrant, I might finish the Kill Team. They've been sitting there all alone for so long. Half finished. So, like, they kind of deserve it. Thinking of marking out a grid. Yeah, like $80 is like, whew. $100 for a kill team. Yeah, like, that being said, from what I can see, Age of Sigmar is a bit cheaper, which is quite nice. And I really should be looking at Age of Sigmar rather than 40k. They've got cooler models. The thing with the 1-inch grid is it's something that happens with D&D. Basically, when you hit diagonals, the diagonals get basically warped. So what if you look at the grids here? 1 inch going this way is not the same as 1 inch going this way. So over distance this way, you will get a tactical advantage. If that makes sense. And you need less models for an army. Aha! Sounds a little bit of me. Because honestly, some of the Age of Sigmar models are just like amazing. You know, I'm so glad this brush didn't have a point to it now. Yeah, the Attack, Infect, Destroy blow. No, not the same as with the measuring stick. So, basically, where is my measuring stick? I have it here because I have not bothered getting rid of it. So, basically, excuse me, you're going to sit there. So basically, when you have your model, this pivots like this, right? Like, is this in focus? Oh, yes. So this pivots. Okay? So this is the same thing, but if you are going ahead and doing this, you know what? Do we have a vivid? We don't. We might. Okay. We're gonna do something cheeky. Nyeh. Nyeh. Boop. 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 Let's do a 6" by 6" grid. I'm going to regret the. Wait. Back here. Need the other side of this grid. Boop. 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 Like, for some players, it would be absolutely negligible and it wouldn't matter. But for some players, it would matter. But basically, when you have a grid, and please know, Speeling is not inclined to straight lines of any sort. So this is going to be in some form of error, but hopefully it is accurate enough to get my point across. Boop. Boop. And boop. Okay, so we can see here, if we line so if we line this up at the bottom and we take this point here, and we can see that this is 6 inches, right? Right there. So we can put a model from here at the front to right there. Okay? Now, if we take the same 6 inches and then we pivot, the model actually only comes to there. But if we count this out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, if we pivot, you can see how that is not 6 squares. So it is actually something that can be an issue. Same with there. 6 inches is actually at that point there. And it goes on. Like 6 inches is, put you there. 6 inches is actually not this guy. He has a bigger face. Well, you know what? We can still use the bigger base. This guy is still there. So you can see how 6 inches looks really different. Measure on the up and down. Like this. Yeah, 6 inches is staying the same. Yeah, these are still 6 inches. But yeah, so the diagonal is the issue. And it's something that shows up on D&D if you're playing with a ruler rather than a grid system, because with a grid system you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and get the same thing. But from what I understand, Warhammer is not based around a grid system, it's based around a whatever it's called system. It's based around inches. The strange oh my gosh, it's the Imperium and it uses the Imperial measurements. I have only just figured this one. Like, this has just hit me. Oh my word. Of course it uses the Imperial measurement system. All the better to confuse you with. Now I have a tic-tac-toe board. Hello, Margie. Welcome in. We are busy working on the wings of this hive tyrant right now, making it all fancy. How you going? Hope you're having a wonderful day. We have finished Angron and Sanguinius. Here they are. Well, here's a better picture. Buy him. Yeah, it is a great day. We've been doing shenanigans. I don't own Null Noil. I cannot give you Null Noil. The Null Noil is non-existent. The Null Noil is a lie. That's what it is. It's a lie, I tell you. It's the Pepsi. Well, ha! I do not drink Pepsi. I am a Coke fan. There. That's how it is. Oop. You mix Null Oil with your Coke? Oh my god. I mean, does that mean it is essentially paint water? Because if that is the case, that's what you need to do. You just need to do a bit of that, and you're fine. Like, that's the only option. Surely, just a little gets you organized for the day, right? You don't need to be drinking the Null Oil. Got Angron access shade? Wait, I think I've got that. Is that what I used? No, I used Sterling Mud. Yes? Hey, it's only paint water. It's even better. It's paint water that I deliberately had this time. I have them in specially shaped containers so I know. I mean, that's fair. What about both? I mean, honestly, I've never used either. I mean, also, the paint water isn't that bad. I mean, that's fair. Like, painting Necrons, I would expect null oil. Like, literally, the only special effect paints I have are... One moment, I will grab them. Boom. We have... Dry blood. Disgusting slime. Technical paint. Sterling mud. You know. Mud. Yes. Good. You cannot stop me, Shade. Okay. Now that Shade's gone. There's only one thing to do. It's ours! It's ours, I tell you! Damn it! I've been caught. Don't do... No, we can't do the model! No, I can't make it. I can't tip the model because that would ruin the paint. However, we're going to need to repaint a whole lot of stuff because of the fact that we've gone kind of nuts on the wings. Speaking of which, I'm thinking that we can possibly go ahead and just do a little bit of lining the really dark bits with some actual brown. And therefore, making them look really, really fitting in. Rick Grimes? I do not know who this is. Who is a Rick Grimes? There we go. What can I say? I am not very good at remembering people names. Oh, yeah, well, actually, funnily enough, I did not watch The Walking Dead. Like, at all? Like, I think I watched the first episode, maybe? But other than that, no, nothing. It didn't catch my attention. Like, I sort of... Like, sci-fi is more my vibe. Sci-fi, fantasy. I don't know, zombies just don't do it for me. First seasons. Like, I think that's something that happens with shows when they get super popular. Like, they catch that popularity train. They have their spark of moment. And then they're like, we would like to end now. Well, we've actually got it going. And then, because they're so popular, they can't. And it's pretty rough. because it means that they're forced to fade into obscurity. And it seems pretty harsh, personally. Because you have some shows that are magnificent. 20 seasons plus a dozen spin-offs. Holy moly. And like, there are some shows that were able to stick to their guns and stay for the run of it and be like, no, we've done our 5 seasons, we've done our 6 seasons, whatever. We're done now. And like, with those shows, I think it really feels like they're able to... Fair enough, fair enough. They are able to be more honest in it. And then occasionally you get shows like... I think a really good example of it is MASH, where everyone wanted to continue, but because the show was set during, well, a very specific time in history, they couldn't have their characters age. And so having their characters, having the actors sort of step back and go, okay, enough's enough now. We're sad to see the show go, but we have to stop. It is a cool name, I'm not gonna lie. No. MASH, the real life series. M star A star S star H star. It's about a field hospital during the Vietnam War or Korean War. It's a black comedy. What do I think about the Spaceballs? I think they have an aesthetic, and they they roll with their aesthetic really, really well. Honestly, the only chapter I don't particularly like out of the Loyalists are the Iron Hands. And that's just because I don't like the cyborg aesthetic. Like, I think they take the cyborg aesthetic too far. And especially because it's like, I have failed, therefore cut it off me. Like, excuse me, are you telling me because you didn't spot the enemy in time, you're considering it a failure of your eyeballs? Rather than your own training? That's not how it should go. Yeah, like, I get everyone has a favorite religion, but I'm of the opinion if you choose the Iron Hands, you're wrong. But then again, like, we have not learnt about these guys for more than a year. I have not spent time learning about them specifically, so therefore, my opinions are open to change. I might be able to, like, pick up a book at some later date and then be like, oh my gosh, my opinions have changed. I know, like, my opinions on the Dark Angels. See you merging. My opinions on the Dark Angels are along the lines of they are Loyalist Alpha Legion. This is in part because all I know about them is they are the sneaky secrets guys. See? And on the other part, They do have drip. And the other part is the fact that I only really know the Alpha Legion from memes so far. So therefore this has come together and I'm like, these two are the same picture. You cannot tell me otherwise. Dark Angels are Templars but cooler. Okay, you're selling me on the vibe. That is cool. That is really cool. Like, I think... Like, my favorite Legion so far has been the Blood Angels. But my favorite Primarch so far has been the Khan. Like, he's actually sensible. He's been the sensible one so far. But I don't really care for the white scars. So I'm like, oh. There we go. Mounted Knights unit called the Deathwing. Okay, you're selling me on this. That is a whole vibe. I might... Like, maybe I do looking into the Dark Angels next, except I'm kind of wanting to go... I'm trying to do Burial White Scar coded Knights riding on Cavalry. Ooh. Like, I'm trying to go with the Primarchs that are dead, and then the Chaos Aligned Primarchs, and then the Loyalist Primarchs. Like, that's the order I'm trying to find out about stuff. So so hopefully by the time I'm caught up on stuff, well, there's definitely going to be more stuff to catch up on. There will always be more stuff to catch up on. Like, the many hours I've spent in the Lexicanum. I'm starting to wonder what a social life looks like. Because it has run out the door screaming. Welcome back, Canadian. How you going? Well, we have finished Sanguinius and Angron. And so now we are busy going ahead and painting this guy. Doo-doo-doo. We got all the juiciest vibes. We've been playing around with inks and all sorts. Lion is back in the lore, so you're... Oh! Oh! Has the Lion fought anyone really big? Like, I know not Angron. I know Gilliman has fought Mortarion. And I'm kind of looking at the idea of having and getting a Gilliman model so that we can have an Gilliman versus Mortarion to do. Because I think that would be really cool. It's hot outside. Oh no! It's like, I think that would be a really cool vibe. And we could get into lots of shenanigans. We'd probably spend the rest of the year doing it too. Like, from what I've seen of Mortarion, he's a lot bigger than Angron, so it'd be like, oh, I guess we're doing this for the next 12 months. Like 20 plus degrees. Oh, that's not bad. Oh wait, is it high humidity? That's the question. It's like when things are high humidity, everything is just death. Like forget anything after it's 15 plus degrees. Oh no! Yep, that's just terrible. Good luck. Like, mosquitoes are just the worst. I think we might be able to finish these wings today. That'd be cool. Should be a total vibe. Fair. Like, I think when it comes to humidity, it's more along the lines of, can you drink it yet? If you feel like you can drink the air, it is too humid for anything. Once it gets to that point, nah. Just give up on the day. Walk inside. Exist under a cold something or other. Forget anything else. Just ignore everyone. And very, very, very much hope that anything does not need to be done. Like, once it gets to that point, nah. Nah. No, you do not need me. There is nothing you need to do that needs me that much. We can just exist somewhere else. Please. For the love of everything. Oh. There we go. Oh, come on in, paints. So we are busy working on this hive tyrant today, and we have finished Angron and Sanguinius. Wait, where's the thing? There it is. Right, we gotta get in. Brush out a mouth would really help. There we go. Ta-da! Yeah, we did. And also, where is the picture? Bam! There we go. On the rock and everything. Tactical rock. Bam. Looking fancy and everything. It's just a little bit of drying for them, and they're organized. I might come around the base and give it one last coat of black along the sides. But other than that, it is the most tactical rock you have ever seen. Like, there we go. Boom. So, the hat is going to be going on this guy. There we go. I've got to be really careful right now. There's like wet paint and too many paint jars and things. So, this guy is going to be turned into the demon pimp. And this guy is going to end up wearing the hat. blankets, sir. You are playing with your blankets. Good to know. So, this guy is going to end up with a Slaaneshi demon staff and all sorts of other things. And he's going to be all the fancy. So that he can be strutting his stuff and all the rest. And I think it's going to be fun. Whoop. Did you go and put them? The wolf is going ahead and rearranging his blankets all around the room and having a great deal of fun while he's at it. And we've gone ahead and we've put some gold ink over the wings today. And then we decided to put yellow. And then we decided to not put yellow. So it was urgently wiped up. And then it turned out okay. And now we're just putting in some really light shadows. Because, you know, why not? And a lot of our flesh on these wings is probably going to need to be redone, but hey, that's fine. We live and we learn. This should be a vibe. There we go. But yeah, this way we have ultra shiny wings that, like, in real life, like, if I turn this off for a hot second, there we go. That's actually closer to what the wings are looking like to me. Like, they've got a nice shimmer to them. And they're still catching everything else. And then we got the underside, which is looking a lot more silver in comparison. There we go. Actually, I like that. We can vibe with this. You're up to there. But yeah, I'm hoping that next time we are either going to go ahead and... So next painting session, we're either going to go ahead and play a short little game. I'm not sure what kind of game next week. Or we're going to be painting some Tyranids. And because I need to wait on the Slaaneshi demons for the Demon Prince. Or Demon Pimp, as it were. Because otherwise, we got a while there. Pokemon trivia? Hit me! What be the Pokemon trivia? What legendary Pokemon is your favorite? I don't know. What is it? I don't know very many legendary Pokemon. I think it's basically Mew, Mewtwo, and the first 3 legendary birds. If there are more legendary birds after that. Oh, and Rayquaza! Pikachu is an amazing... is an absolutely amazing legendary Pokemon. Everybody should have a legendary Pokemon named Pikachu. Mewtwo? Oh. Like, Mewtwo is such a vibe. Like, this dude, he's just out here busy making his own Pokemon colony. Like, the first movie that I remember going to see in cinema was the 2001 Pokemon movie. Where, they actually went and found Moltres, Articuno, and Zapdos. I have a plushie? Oh my gosh, that's cute! And I was like, what? Look at these guys! They're so fancy! And then, like, at the time, I really wish I kept the Pokemon card that I had been given at the movie theater, because it was a Lugia, oh my gosh, Lugia, Lugia card, and I was like, oh, this is so fancy. But unfortunately, I was a child, and I did not know. Yeah, and Lugia. Like, I don't know. I seem to have trouble with Lugia's name on occasion. I'm just like, the word, it does not work. It is a failure of speaking. Oh well. There we go. We have 2 finished wings. Looking fancy. This guy is ready to sweep through the skies and absolutely terrorize anyone. So I will consider that a success. You have figurines of both of them too? Oh, fancy. Shiny. So I think with that, we are done for the day. It's been a vibe. Heck yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, I think, that being said, like, I wasn't allowed to go see a lot of movies after that, because, like, coming out of the movie, I was just like, they killed, they tried to kill Ash, and they were doing this and that, and I don't know, and I don't know, because, like, young Speeling was just like, what is going on here? I don't know. And poor Speeling, like, it was horrifying. I'm glad I didn't see the first one, because I don't think the young Speeling would understand what was going on. I know. Oh. And like, but I suppose that's just part of the growing up and stuff. It's like, you get to chill and learn things and stuff. Okay. will see you guys next time. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Twitch. Bye-bye.